Welcome to Senior Insights. My name is Cynthia. I'm glad to have you here today. Come on in for those of you that are new. We're really happy to have you. Faithy has saved a seat for you, so just grab a chair. I hope you brought your coffee because I have some new stuff and I can't share it with you because I'm just using a sample pack. Anyway, I'm going to talk today about joy. We've talked about it a lot. We talked about try to get it, try to how to hold on to it, where it's located in our body and in our spirit. We've talked about all that. But I think that we could take maybe a closer look at it. And of course, I'll have to use myself as an example, but you have your own ways of joy. But I'm going to be talking about just the allure of your daily routine, your daily rituals, how they provide for you security, they make you feel good, they give you peace, they give you joy. They give you joy, and you probably don't even recognize that they do because you're too annoyed because you have to do them. So imagine us realizing that some of the things that we do really create joy, and not just the hobbies, some of the rituals and the chores and things that we do. So we have our mornings, and we all have different routines. Basically, probably the first thing we do is open our eyes and we say, I woke up. I'm saying that to aggravate whoever that is. I woke up. Some of us thank God that we woke up. Some of us don't. We just get right up. Some of us lay there and we look at the light coming through the curtains or the windows and stuff. But that's part of your routine. That's part of your rituals. And you do that because it makes you feel good. Most of the time, I'm assuming. I'm assuming you'll correct me if I'm wrong. Then you run to the bathroom because obviously we need to do that. And then you do your toiletries, and then you either focus on your spiritual life, reading the Bible, saying the rosary, or just talking to God. And you have to nourish yourself. So you have to turn on the coffee. Now I'm having different coffee today, and I want to show you the brand. Can you see this? This was recommended by one of us, and of course I didn't write it down before I did the video. She sent me an email with the link to this coffee, and I got what I'm sampling right now is called Blueberry Crumble. So I don't usually like flavored coffees, but I got a few samples of the flavored coffees to see if maybe I just think that I don't like them. So I'm trying the Blueberry Crumble, and I like it. And I think I brewed it just right. Because let's face it, I know how to do these things. Anyway, so you have your coffee. And here's my toast example again. You take that piece of toast or whatever you're having, and you enjoy it. You enjoy every single bite of it. I work so hard to be mindful about that. I can maybe get halfway through it, and then I'm reaching for something or looking for something. Now, I have a question that I'd love you to answer in the comments is, do you do your prayer and your worship and your Bible study and your rosary and all that stuff, talking to God, before you have breakfast? Is that the first thing that you do? Do you do it in bed? Do you do it on your knees? Do you do it in your favorite chair that you sit in all day? Let me know. That would help me out a little bit. But, so you do those things. And then you have to start thinking about, well, what's the rest of my day going to be like? But there's things already plugged into the rest of your day. Say you don't have any appointments or you don't have to go anyplace. But you do certain things at certain times and maybe you don't even realize it. I know it is like clockwork. At 10 o'clock, I have a break, whatever I'm doing. I could have been sitting mindfully with my toast till 9:45, but at 10 o'clock, it's like something goes off in my mind, and I sit down and I relax. And not for long. Maybe I'll catch up with the news, and I don't watch the news anymore, anywhere near as much as I used to. I used to watch it quite a bit. And I like news and I like politics, so I'm trying to keep the stress level down, and we're trying to be joyful. So, that's what you have to do. You have to limit yourself and avoid the things that might get you all riled up. I used to think that getting excited about it was good because it felt alive, and I still kind of feel that way. I'm just trying a different approach right now. So Quinn's going to go to the door, I guarantee it. Can you see her walking around? Oh, she just walked out of the way. So when you wake up and your morning rituals, that sets the tone for your day. Hopefully you all make your bed, if you're fortunate enough to be able to get out of bed. Now, I know that there are some people that are not able to get out of bed. I understand that, but most of us can get out of bed. If we can't, like bend over, don't have the strength, you can fluff the blankets up, pull them up a little bit, make it look better. You'll feel more in control. You'll look at your room and you'll say, wow, it's a pretty nice room. I like that. But it's just one area of your life that you can control and you can feel good about, and you can feel joy. You can just get a little spark of joy because you did that and because your room looks good. It's true. So you can do like a quick intentional habit of trying to figure out what you're going to do for the day, or you could have written a to-do list yesterday, or you can sit down and do a to-do list today if you want to do a to-do list. Maybe you're fortunate enough and you don't have to do anything. But most of us who live alone, or even some of us that don't live alone, but we have a sick spouse or whatever, it's not easy when you're old. I was thinking, it's not easy when you're green, but I can't sing it. So it gets harder and harder as you get older, so you have to chip away at these things like eating an elephant one bite at a time. Just like I'm cleaning my bathroom. You're going to be surprised. I did my front porch today, totally. I squeezed it in. I challenged myself to do one bite at a time. And I did it because I've been doing one bite every day. So when I'm going to show you that, but I'm going to do it with the bathroom reveal because it might take up 5 minutes. Both. No, I'm good at gab, so I will explain everything. But anyway, so then it's noon and it's going into the afternoon. So what do you do in the afternoon? Well, first you have to nourish your body, so you have to have some kind of lunch. It doesn't have to be anything heavy. It could be cheese and crackers. It could be a small salad. It could be a tuna fish sandwich. It could be whatever you like. You could eat soup every single day, and that might give you joy. So it's whatever makes you feel good. Do it. Except, like being nasty to someone or anything. Take a walk outside. Walk to the mailbox. That's all you have to do. If you're not able to walk, maybe you can sit on the porch. Just for a few minutes. Walk up to the mailbox. Notice the temperature in the air. Is it more humid today than it was yesterday? It kind of seems that way. Or listen to the crunch of the dried leaves under your feet. Oh, that's a sign of fall. Look around and see, are any of the trees changing? Then there's You look and you see, and yeah, the trees are changing. Are there any birds in the trees? Do you see a woodpecker? Do you see a bird flying away? Do you hear a bird? And then you get up to the mailbox and you check your mail. And I got a package today, that package from my sister. And that was really good. I was really happy with that. She gave me some joy. She sent me, this is my sister Francine. I can't remember if I told you this or not, so I'm going to tell you again. She sent me 3 shirts. One of them has dragonflies on it that I absolutely love. One is from San Antonio Riverwalk, which I've also been there several times, actually, so it's kind of a nice remembering to me, and one of them is an autumn one. So if I find that I repeated this, I'll try to edit it out. But if not, you'll just have to suck it up. Try to make meaningful connections during the day. Maybe make a phone call. Maybe come on to my live and you can meet my kids. How neat is that? I'm going to see if they'll come every time I have a live. I am thrilled beyond belief. Trust me. Everyone was there except Erica, but she can't pull herself away. But I will. It kind of happened the other day. Kind of fluky. Never mind. We've been talking about that for a week now. Do something, an outreach thing, like make a phone call, or like my friend Gay and I went and we did shopping. Now, I don't typically invite anybody to go when I go shopping because I like to go up and down every single aisle. I don't want to miss out on anything. That's how I know a lot about what's going on. What's the trends and, all that stuff. So I like that, but not everybody does. I don't like to go clothes shopping. And that's what Gay likes to go clothes shopping, and I like to go to odd stores, crazy stores. And so I warned her before, and she said, that's fine. And so we walked up and down every aisle. I think if you set the expectations, and of course, if you're the one who did the invitation, not a problem. But anyway, so you can reach out to somebody like that, in that way. And then you can feel good about it because you both had a good time, or you both enjoyed each other's conversation, or whatever. Then as the day goes on, you have to start winding down. I generally start winding down around 3 o'clock. By winding down, I mean that's when I have a cup of tea. I sit in my chair. I try to avoid that chair at all costs most of the time. I do sit in it for my mindful breaks. Not for long. I don't allow myself to sit for long. So I do that. Then I read. Or I may watch a YouTube thing. I consider that unwinding. And I just relax, and then it's supper time. And then I do a little bit more of that. We all have our own rituals. They say you should not be playing on the computer or your phone or anything before you go to bed. I always do. If you're watching a TV show, it should be something calming and gentle. I like spy thrillers. I like espionage, all that spies. I won't tell you what I like because you'll be disappointed. I don't like the real schmaltzy things. I don't watch the Hallmark Channel. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, and so you're spending your evening and you're thinking about all the things that went on. You're thinking about how grateful you are, and you're thanking God, and you're preparing for a restorative rest. Either you take a bath. Some people take a bath or a shower before they go to bed because that relaxes you. Some people have a cup of chamomile tea or some kind of decaffeinated tea. Just some kind of sleep routine, pre-sleep routine that works. What I do when I find joy in it is I go to bed, I bring my candy. I know what it does to my teeth, so please don't tell me. And I play my games. And when I start to doze off, I shut the light off. And it's been earlier and earlier. But I always pray before I go to bed, before I go to sleep. And whatever. So basically, joy is not found in grand gestures and big things, although you can find joy in big things. But it's mostly found in doing consistent, simple things. Like coming together every single morning for a cup of coffee, or every single whatever time of day that you come. I bet that most of you come at a particular time. Tell me if I'm wrong, because that's how it fits into your schedule. And of course, watching me, you get an incredible amount of joy. Except when I'm complaining like the last three. So think about, try to be just more aware, like of what your schedule is and what you do have as rituals. And then pay attention to how you feel about those things. It feels good when you make the bed. It feels good when you put the dishes in the washing machine. It doesn't feel good to do them. It feels good that you did it. It feels good when you take a break when you need it. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow, and bring a friend. Bye.